Today we're trying a different filter because that eyelash thing was not it in the last one. Ooh, gonna light this candle and bring in the energy of unconditional love and divine insight. Hello. What's up? Wow, lots of you. I didn't think so many of you would join at this early. Hi, good morning from Florida. I was just lighting this candle here, calling in divine light and, insight, because I decided that today, instead of making it like a short pick a pile, hi Nati, you literally just left. We're gonna do it live today so I can go a little longer. So this is gonna be pile number 1 and pile number 2. Thank you. I always wear it on here. I feel like I'm always wearing this shirt when I come on, but it's like my favorite shirt. It's my favorite shirt. I miss you too, Nati. That's my sister, you guys. Uptown Souls. She literally just left. So yeah, I'm going to do a live pick-a-pile with my face. I know, how weird. Hi. Love for Texas. I have family in Houston. So I'm gonna, those are the piles, but I'm gonna have like clarifier cards. And these are going to be in, and I'm gonna let a few of you kind of trickle in. Oh Lord. I want to break my nails trying to break this box, but here we go. All right, good morning. Good morning from Florida. Good morning, good morning. Just kind of shuffling the decks here so I can do a pick-a pile. Ooh, look at the butterfly. I love that. Metamorphosis. Oh, you know what? This filter is not going to be really great for showing the cards, so you guys are just going to have to take my word for it. Well, maybe you can see it, right? Yeah. So, butterfly, metamorphosis, time, be open, embrace change, evolution of the soul, rising up, inspiration, reinvent yourself. Ooh, good morning from Arizona. I think Arizona is like one of the few states that gets how hot it is in Florida. Even though your heat is different, it's dry. Ours is more humid, but it's always hot where I am because I'm from South Florida. So good morning. You're quite a time difference. It must be really early where you are. It's 11 here. And I can probably be on for about an hour. So I have to take my son to his haircut because we're going to go on our trip this week, our vacation up north. We're very excited about it. It's been a while since we've had it. Yeah, it's been raining here in Miami too. I don't know if you saw, Hammerhead, if you saw the post that I did like 2 days ago. It was like raining really hard here at night. It was raining here for like 3 days. It rains a lot in Miami, especially in the summer. Especially in the summer, which sucks because I don't know if you guys saw on the news, but there was this building that collapsed in Miami Beach, and so they're having a really hard time recovering some of those missing people under the rubble and stuff because of the rain. So we're gonna send some light and some love to the family members and everybody involved in that collapse in Miami Beach. I hope that people are recovering and that they find people and that they're still able to find people alive, right? So sad. But it is supposed to be sunny, but it's sunny all the time in Miami, so the summer is when it rains. So anyways, you guys, I'm very sad that happened there. But so we're gonna do a live pick-a-pile. So this is pile number 1. This is the Prism Oracle. I freaking love this deck. It's so cool. I just love how simple the messages are on them. They're, just one word. Look at that, love. Beautiful. Ooh, and happiness. So that's pile 1, and I will use some of these as clarifiers. So I want you guys to think of a question. I want you guys to set an intention for what message you want to receive, okay? This is pile number 1. I want you also to choose any signs or synchronicities, because this deck has animals, has signs, has all types of stuff that you could identify with, right? So I want you to think of like a sign so that you know that your pile is your pile, okay? It could be a spirit animal. It can be like a zodiac sign. It can be anything. Just, you know, pick your sign so that you know that it's your pile. I want you to think about your intention. I want you to think about any questions that you may have, because I do have a yes or no pile here. Hi. And then pick pile 1 or 2. Like I said, pile 1. Like I said, there's going to be lots of clarifier piles. And pile 2. This is the Osho Zen Tarot. Very high vibrational energy in both of these. This one. Pick your pile, you guys. Which one? Think of your intention. Think of your question. Think of the signs you want to see to make sure that you know that it's yours. Hi. So pile 1, pile 2. So we are going to start with pile 1. I hope you guys set your intentions. For those of you just coming in, we're doing a pick a pile live. Pile 1 is this deck. Pile 2 is this deck. Set your intention, set your question. You can ask a yes or no question. You can ask to see a certain sign to know that this message is about you or your situation. And let's get started. All right, so pile number 1. This is it. We're starting. Pile number 1. What is the message for you today? What is your message? And this one, okay, ideation. Cleanse. Oh my gosh, I want to tell you guys this funny story about that cleanse card in a second. Ooh. Sadness and reflection. Okay, so pile number 1. Morning. I'm doing a pick-up pile. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. We're starting on pile number 1. So, bottom of the deck, you've got stop. So, with the stop sign and with this ideation card, it's like you've it's funny, they're both red, right? Well, one's a little bit more peachy. So you've been having like an idea. Maybe you have a passion project you've been thinking about, or this could just be an idea, something that you want to bring forth in the world, right? You have this idea, this moment of clarity, of inspiration. And for whatever reason, there's been a stop to the manifestation of that idea or that creation. And you're kind of like, okay, well, why? Why am I stopped? This was inspired. This is led by my heart. Why has this idea or the energy or the momentum concerning this manifestation or this idea, why am I reaching a stop sign? Okay. So first of all, something I want to say about stop signs is obviously stop signs you're not meant to stay stopped there forever. It's just a temporary pause, right? And that's what I'm feeling is the case with you guys. The reason why you've reached an impasse in the manifestation of an idea or a passion project, it has to do with the energy itself. There is some sadness that wants to be cleared in your energy. Remember that our vibration is what allows our manifestations to come in or not, right? So if you've had this bright idea, you had it in high vibration, and then all of a sudden it stopped, or it feels like it's reached an impasse. Spirit is saying there's this time of reflection needed. And this time to really listen to your emotions, because what you're manifesting from them is not what you want. Is not why that idea was seeded in the first place. Okay? And again, there's this sense of reflection. Let's see. Again, stops are temporary. It's funny, I part the deck and we have the death card. So, perhaps it's just because this idea needs to take on a different form before it could be fully manifested. But I do feel like pile number 1, you guys are cleansing through some sadness, cleansing through maybe like a mirror experience with another. And that's why you have this temporary pause in this manifestation. Let's see what else it says here. Pile number 1. Just a little bit more info here. Assurance. So you are being assured that this will come to pass. Okay? This will come to pass. It's just a temporary stop, like I was saying. Yeah, be open be open. So I feel like with that cleanse card and the be open card, this is also about be open to different ways to clear your energy, okay? You can sit outside by the trees, you can ground your energy outside, you can sage, you can burn incense in your home. There's a lot of things you can do to cleanse, okay? Cleanse your energy. You can do Reiki. You can do a clearing meditation on YouTube if that's more your jive. Let's see, that's sadness. Freedom, yeah. So there's certainly this sense of needing to free your emotions, okay? Let the tears run. You know, let yourself process whatever has caused sadness. When we go through these retrogrades, we do kind of reflect on the energy, right? We go backwards to then leap forward. So Spirit is saying, free yourself of any sadness. Make sure that you're cleansing your energy, that you're doing the energy management tools that work for you, which, like I said, can be saging, can be incense, can be a salt bath, can be sitting outside and grounding outside. Ooh, reflection and intuition, yeah. So, ooh, and look, release. And this came out it was reversed. And I don't generally read oracle cards in reverse, but sacral chakra and release, there's this in reverse, both of these, right? And the deck is not reversed. There's this sense of needing to, is this sacral or solar? Yeah, sacral. There's this need to release some blockages in your from the seat of your manifestation, the sacral chakra, okay? Hi. I'm doing a pick-a-pile for those of you who are just joining. This is pile number 1. So again, if you guys had an idea, a manifestation, and suddenly it's come to a halt, Spirit is saying there was just a need for realignment of the energies, or maybe a shift in the way that was going to manifest. But you're being assured that your idea was a good idea. It was divinely orchestrated. And there's just this assurance after realignment that using your intuition and reflection and tuning into yourself, that you are able to bring this idea to manifestation, okay? There is, like I said, this release in the sacral chakra, in your ability to manifest. Like I said in the beginning, Reiki could be helpful for some of you who picked pile 1 here. But the stop sign, again, is temporary. It's not meant to keep you there at the stop sign forever. It's just meant to be a pause, okay? Like, I just heard, is it my turn? Like, when you get to a stop sign and you're like, like you're waiting because you didn't get there first. So it's like other people have to go first. It's kind of like what I'm getting, right? Like maybe there's other steps that need to happen in addition, like in advance of your manifestation, maybe even with other people. Ooh, I just got chills. And there's, of course, like divine timing at play. Hi, Lids. Hi, Divine Pearl Insights. Hi, Obscure Trends. Hi, everyone. I'm just doing like a live pick-up pile, so I don't have like the, 11 with 11 people in here. You guys, I can't. I love it. That's a sign in alignment for sure. Ooh, big happy changes. Yeah, so my 11 people in here, I just got chills everywhere, you guys. You guys came in, if you came in pile number 1 and you picked pile number 1, which is this Prism Oracle, okay, there is alignment in your life, okay? Even if you had to get to that stop sign and take a pause in whatever this idea was, you're being assured that this idea was divinely orchestrated, okay? And that you just have to be open to the clearing of the energies, to divine timing, to the alignment of the other factors that you don't see because you don't have that higher perspective where you can put all the puzzle pieces together just yet, right? And again, some of you are freeing yourself from sadness, okay? And some solar chakra imbalances. And as you know, the sacral chakra has to do with your manifestation powers, right? I keep saying solar. So for some of you, this is a solar plexus chakra too that needs a little loving attention. Like your confidence needs some attention. Maybe you've been rejected in the past regarding this idea, and Spirit is saying you have to free this energy around this idea from any doubt or fear of rejection. And again, you would see this if you just sat in your own energy just a little bit, instead of like in the emotion, like release the emotion, absolutely. But also sit in reflection, okay? Sit in reflection about and listen to your intuition. Look at all the purple here, okay? This is third eye chakra, right? You have the foresight or the insight, right? And again, big happy changes for you. I told everybody to set their intentions, think of something synchronistic, and that 11 people in here, maybe that's a sign for some of you. I said to ask a yes or no question. I feel like for you guys, this isn't like a hard no. It's a no and then yes once there's alignment, right? And you know what? I'm kind of done with this deck. Communicate clearly as well. And I feel like this is with yourself. This is like inside. Like communicate clearly with your intuition, with your higher self, with your own energy, right? And now I'm going to pick from this deck to see what signs come out that this is your pile. But again, big happy changes, okay? Even if the idea takes a different form, it's all for the better. Pile number 1, okay? So let's see. Ooh, you've got the book. So maybe for some of you, you've been thinking about writing a book. Maybe that's your idea. I certainly resonate with that energy, right? So it's a number 10 card. Well, the 10 of spades. And it's a number 26 card. It says book, memory, hidden, mystery, secrets, the unknown, philosophy, intellect, knowledge, education, manuscripts, author. For some of you, this idea is about writing, okay? It is about a book, or maybe a deck, or maybe going back to school, further study. Whoa. And maybe, you know, maybe there was an issue with financial aid or something I'm getting for some of you. Or like the finances needed to go back to school and feed that intellect, right? And Spirit is saying, don't worry. Don't worry. It's just a temporary stop. Okay, it's just a temporary stop. So on all these cards fell out. So let's see what else. So we've got the mice, number 23 card. The mice, it says illness, fatigue, stress, anxiety, worry, reduce, restless, filth, decay, deteriorate, loss, theft, costly, fear, nagging. Yeah, so this is what I feel like we're cleansing. Okay, this is the second card here I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. To specify a little bit further in this be open and cleanse energy, you've got the mice card. So to me, this says this is what you're clearing. Okay, pay attention to your body. Pay attention to any fatigue you've been feeling, any stress you've been feeling, any illnesses, any anxiety. Good. You should be excited. So again, this is what we're cleansing, you guys. We're cleansing these, you know, these lower vibrational energies that were kind of blocking you from really bringing this to pass, right? Let's see what the next card is. Okay, the next card is with sadness and freedom. So remember, these were the cards that were picked in this pile. Sadness and freedom. We have balance, right? A number 5 card, balance. And these are like those little stones from a Zen garden. That may have been a sign. This may be a sign for somebody. It says centered, meditate. Remember I said you can clear through meditation. Integrate, super important, especially if you're tired with these full moon energies. Opposite forces, flow, feeling complete, awareness, just right, equality, well-being. Exactly. So Spirit is saying this process is exactly as it should be. Yes, things are shifting and changing, but for the better, for your balance, so that you can be centered within, because you want to be centered to yourself and to your authentic vibration when you're bringing something into fruition, right? You are, if you're the Empress, you are, you know, it's like a pregnancy. You're literally bringing this to life, right? And what happens when we're pregnant? We have to be healthy. We take extra vitamins. We take extra care. Yes, we're kind of tired because there's more hormones and stuff. And for some of you, it may be a pregnancy that you're asking about here. Maybe this idea is you wanting to bring a life into creation, because I got that in that metaphor, that analogy. So for some of you, it's that, you know, maybe you've been disappointed this hasn't come to pass, but there's this sense of needing to take care of your body and needing to achieve balance. For the last little row here, for clarification purposes and signs, we had initially, for those who just joined me, reflection and intuition. Okay, and so you've got stepping stones clarified by the number 17 card, which to me is a union number. That's going to mean something to some of you. Maybe your life path 1 or 7. I'm a life path 7. Very divine, you know, our paths are very divine in nature. They involve unconventional ideas and oftentimes spirituality and being tapped into universal energy, right? So it says the process of arrival, baby steps, progress, how to keep on going, step by step, wait out, spiritual growth, lovely. So for some of you guys, you know, you don't realize that sometimes that stop sign, that temporary pause, is really just bringing it in. It's the process of arrival, okay? It says keep on going, right? I don't know how long I've been on, but do you guys want more messages for this group? Tell me. Oh, you know, there was something on the bottom of the deck that I wanted to take note of because it was like an astrological transit for this pile. Wait a second. I got my stuff all over the place. Nails are great, but to pick up a card from the desk, mission. So, okay, so bottom of the deck, we had the Saturn, the regulator. Wow, Saturn energy. So, you know, Saturn's a law of karma, right? It says duty, responsibility, completion of cycles, governing time and matter. Remember we said the thing about divine timing, right? With the stop sign. Structure, achievement, commitments, boundaries, integration, restriction, and this represents the world card. So big transit energy here, big cyclical energy, big karmic cycle energy, like the, you know, the wrapping up of, you know, this lower vibrational stuff that we're talking about when it pertains to this idea, right? We also have the elements of air, which is very interesting because we got the book card, which is kind of the element of air as well. The communication arts, writing, teaching. It says intellectual, idealistic, communicative. Yeah, the communication, marketing, stuff like that as well. Curious, inventive, bright ideas, diplomatic, cold, alert, gathering information, mental acuity, clever. It says likely it's developing. So yeah, you guys, for those of you who've experienced the past, this is something that's developing, okay? This is something that's a process. There's 10 of you in here now, okay? It is reaching the completion of a cycle with the world card. But, you know, there's a reason why these emotions came up for you guys, okay? And why it caused a temporary impasse. So and that's what you guys need to tune into yourselves to. This is what you guys need to listen to yourselves for, to you know, reflect on. Okay, maybe you want to reflect by water, or like, it feels like Zen practices. So whatever that means for you, whatever brings you peace. Okay. Let's see. Let's pull one more card from, we got the big happy changes, so you know that good things are coming. Let's pull one more card from the angel answers. Like I said, if you guys were asking for a yes or no question, I feel like you're getting a not right now, temporary pause, but in the future, definitely, even though it might change form for you. Okay. One more card here from the Angel Answers deck, Spirit. Ooh. Unlikely. Unlikely, but no need to worry. Okay, again, I just feel, yes, opportunity. I just feel like it's just a temporary no, you guys. Yeah, because you need this recovery. You need to find that Zen within. Okay, Zen's a big thing for group number 1. And again, if you're a writer and maybe you've had like a mental block, creative block, Spirit is saying that's because there's some emotion here that you need to reflect on, okay, and clear. And some forgiveness perhaps that needs to be had with maybe someone else, with maybe yourself, with maybe your fear of rejection. Okay, you guys, so that was group number 1. I will save this so you guys can go back and hear the whole message. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee here. And now I'm going to proceed to group number 2. So if you picked the Osho Zen Tarot, this is your pile. Again, I'm going to say the same thing I did with pile number 1. Think about a question. It could be a yes or no question. It could be just some insight from Spirit on something. I want you to think of like signs and synchronicities that you would be aligned to. It's 11:22 on the clock here in my time. 10 people in here. Think of synchronicities, think of signs, think of spirit animals, think of zodiac signs, or just overall energy, numbers. And I set the intention of bringing forth those signs to confirm to you that this is your message, okay? So pile number 2, I'm just kind of shuffling here. And again, if you want to stay and watch the whole thing, a lot of times my piles resonate with, you know, all the way through. And it's because obviously I'm connected to collective energy, but I also set that intention that these pickup piles also be like energy reads. And sometimes I go back and I watch my own pickup piles and I'm like, whoa, this was definitely for me. So, you know, these are also intended to be timeless. Timeless. I am just a channel for spirit. I cannot take credit for everything that comes through. I am just a channel. I can take credit for my vibration and, you know, my awakening and stuff. But spirit is the one that brings forth these messages. And again, I'm just a channel. I put my ego to the side. So group number 2, ooh, 8 of you guys in here, 1123, awesome. Let's see what your message is. And I like to use the Osho Zen Tarot for like 5D energy, so it will be like big picture energy here. Wow, the Emperor at the center of this reading. The Emperor with the Understanding card, which to me is the, I believe it's the Knight of Swords or the Knave of Swords, so it says understanding. So there's something here about the masculine energy, understanding something. Ooh, 10 of Wands. You see the lion there. You may be a Leo. You may have asked for a lion totem energy. There it is. There's also a camel there. All right, so slowing down. It's funny because group number 1 had a similar message, okay? The turtle may also be a sign for some of you. When I see this card, I always think of that song from Fabulous. He's a rapper, so everybody's not going to know this song, but it's called Slow Down. And in the song, one of my favorite parts is in the end when it says, you're sure to lose your mind if you never follow your heart. So that's a message there for somebody here. If you've never heard that song, you can go listen to it. But again, it's got a lot of innuendo, so you know, you can take it in different ways, but that part in particular is what's sticking out. Sure to lose your mind if you never choose your heart. Okay, this can be for some of you regarding a masculine energy. I know that I have a lot of people here that are here because of the work that I do in sacred partnerships and divine connections. For some of you, you guys, or this can just be your internal masculine energy, or if you're masculine, this can be your energy. Again, energy is fluid. It doesn't have a gender. We all have masculine and feminine energies. Okay, so take it as you will. There is this understanding with the masculine energy, okay? This insight, this divine insight with this group, okay? Something that wasn't understood before that is starting to be understood now, okay? In the slowdown, okay? And they're taking, this energy is taking baby steps, okay? It's not like, you know, slow and steady wins the race. It's kind of like that energy. And you are being guided to slow down because there's this deeper understanding that there's meant to be had. And also, I feel like some of you who picked this group, this pile number 2, I feel that also you may be overextending your masculine energy, meaning you're working really, really hard in the material world and you're tired with the 10 of Wands, okay? So this could be tired, could be overburdened. Oh, I just felt my nose get clogged up. So this could be, maybe there's something that wants to be said, or maybe you've been keeping things inside and now it feels like a heavy burden. And Spirit is saying, number 1, you can master this. You can master the lion, okay? You are the lion, right? You are strong. And in the regular tarot, the Strength card has a woman holding the mouth of a lion, but it's not even like holding it. It's more like he's calmed by her, right? And so again, for some of you, end of the cycle number 10, we started this pile number 2 with 10 people in here. So it's very cyclical in nature, this energy. And you are wrapping up a cycle of being overburdened, of more doing and not being, okay? And that's something I've been saying a lot because it's something that I'm stepping into. It's that release of needing to always be work, okay? And when I mean work, I mean working and doing the things that don't bring you joy and that don't supply you with the light that you need, right? So for example, like this page for me, my light work for me is it doesn't tire me out because number 1, I pull from the energy of source. It's not my energy that I'm using, you know, I'm connected to the divine and all that is, and I'm strengthened and charged through that. So when I do a lot of work on here, it doesn't tire me out because I love what I'm doing and it's diverse, and again, I'm pulling from source, right? But sometimes when we're pulling from our own energy and we're just working, doing, and we're not really doing the things that we really want to be doing, then we tend to get overburdened, we tend to get tired, right? And that's what we're talking about here. That was a long rant for 4 cards. All right, pile number 4. Ooh, celebration. So yeah, you are celebrating the fact that you're ending a cycle, that, you know, your strength endured, pile number 2. There's also this sense of, again, I'm getting like divine counterpart energy in here. So celebration of perhaps maybe like you guys have wrapped up a cycle and now you're celebrating that you have deeper awareness and deeper understanding of, you know, the purpose of things. Look at this, inspiration. I love this card. Love it so much. Right under the Emperor card. So it's like, again, less doing, more being. Okay, look at how the Emperor is cutting through chains, right? He's cutting through chains and he's holding the fire. He's holding the light. So when your active energy is put into the things that you love and want to do, it inspires you to do more, and you find like this reservoir of energy, like I said, that you didn't find before, because you, again, were pulling from your own energy and not from divine energy. Change. Wow. Okay, so the 10 of Wands says rebirth in this deck, and this is the outcome energy, okay, with change. Okay, so obviously through the death process we shift, we transform, right? So if we're talking about work, then we're seeing our energy, the way that we do the things that we invest in, we're seeing that change and be reborn in a way that is much more exciting and fulfilling for us. If we're talking about divine counterparts or a connection, what we're saying in here is that we've reached the end of a cycle. Now we understand a little bit more why maybe there was a pause, or why there was a reroute, right? Or some kind of death, like the death card, the death of an old cycle. And now with more free divine masculine energy, we are inspired to start this new cycle from deeper awareness, right? Deeper understanding. And with that, again, comes rebirth and change, okay? And I know that sometimes we're really afraid of change, but change is inevitable. Change is the only constant, right? And that's very paradoxical. Like everything that's related to spirit is very paradoxical. It's not going to make sense to the logical, analytical mind. We're talking about here things that are beyond the scene, things that are beyond the logical mind. We're talking about source, divinity. We're talking about energy, okay? So again, look at this. We're talking about awakening. We're talking about awakening, okay? When you awaken to your spiritual self, acceptance, you accept and you realize that there were a lot of things that were keeping you stuck, right? And limited, because the ego mind is limited. This 3D world, this material world is limited. When we're tapped into source, when we're tapped into the universe, we are expansive, we are infinite, right? We cut through the chains of what people say we have to do, or things have to look like, right? Or what abundance has to look like, or what you have to do, okay? So again, it's that forceful energy of the Emperor as well. And breaking through the structure of what we were maybe raised to think. Like we were raised to think we gotta work hard. You know what? Yes, okay, things that we love do take effort, but when you awaken, you realize that the feminine energy, the receptive energy, the flowy energy, the inspired energy, that takes many forms. And it is more than it does, if that makes sense. So, all right. So like I said, group number 2, some spirit animal totems here are the lion, birds too. I don't know what bird that is, but there's a sense of freedom here. The turtle really just feels like freedom of old ways, you guys, for group number 2. Let's see, if you asked a yes or no question, let's see what the Angel Answers has for you here. Compromise. So look at the scales. You see how there's 2 scales here. For me, this means that, not that you have to compromise, because sometimes we look at compromise like a negative thing, like compromising our needs or our wants. It's not that. It's more so about having a balance of the energies. Like I was talking about the masculine and feminine energies, it's more so of having a balance of that. So while it's okay to do and be out in the world doing, it's also okay to do nothing, to have a day under the duvet, to have, oh my gosh, this hair, you guys, to have a day where you're just laid on the couch binge watching. Like if that's what your body wants, do it. Don't feel guilty about it, okay? So compromise is very important for that. I'm not doing pick a card for people unless you guys want to do like energy exchange donations. because I was only just going to come on here for an hour. This is a pickup pile. So I did pile number 1. This is pile number 2. I'll save it so you can go back and watch it and get your message. But if you do want to do like energy exchange donations for like a reading on here, you guys can click on my bio, and there's a PayPal link there. You can donate whatever, and I'll do a card for you. But all right, so communicate clearly. Wow, this came out in group number 1 as well. So pile number 2, there's also the sense of communicating clearly. But I also feel like this is more so about this is more so about like the communication between your energies. I'm getting like, again, group number 2, you may be seeing your energies, divine feminine, divine masculine energy, as separate. Remember that they're not separate, they're within you. Okay. And there's this sense of listening, needing to listen to your intuition. So we asked a yes or no question. Pile number 2, what is it? We got improving health, which is good. It says you're ready, compromise, communication, opportunity. I feel like it's a yes. I feel like you're getting a yes here. Group number 2 as well. Let's see what signs. You may have to choose a new direction or choose a different way to go about life is what I'm getting. Because maybe you were too like 3D focused, too masculine energy focused. Okay, so let's see. What signs and synchronicities is my group number 2 getting? What signs and synchronicities? Ooh, the lily. So maybe a lily is a sign for some of you that have picked or will be picking this pile. It says establish, ambition, experience, sexuality, achievement, longevity, mature, career, virtue, development, retired. So for some of you, this is about work. We have been talking about work here. Maybe even thinking about retirement. And this is like Spirit saying, yes, it's time to change the way you focus that divine masculine energy within you. And this is certainly talking about your ambitions. Maybe there's been a change here about how you view your ambitions and how you want to manifest that, right? But there is achievement here, okay? And there is a sense of maturity. Again, if we're talking about counterparts, there's a sense of maturity within the divine masculine energy. Again, through that awakening process, right? Let's see what else. What else? For pile number 2, what signs? Oh my gosh, the swans. We were literally just talking about divine counterparts and how ideal is this for group number 2. So group number 2, the swans may be a sign for you. It says soulmate, twin flame, the one, a pair of things, deep soul connection, blooming love, faith, divination, fluidity. Look, fluidity. Again, we're talking about that divine masculine energy, clarifying the emperor energy, okay, and inspired action. So for some of you, this is certainly about a connection. Certainly about a connection. For some of you, it's divine counterparts, twin flame, soulmate kind of connection. There's a sense of needing to compromise and communicate clearly. You know that any relationship, right? Any relationship, any coupling, any time that we bring our energy and someone else's energy into the picture, it then creates a third energy, the connection of the energy of the connection. And this is why in the past I have been very private about my connections on social media, okay? Because social media, remember, this is an energy. You bring this energy to something like social media, people, even if they don't mean to, can inject their own negative vibes your way, okay? And so there's this sense of protection, for sure, but this sense to realize that there is the third energy that is your connection, okay? And you do have blooming love here and faith. So, have faith that this is coming for you if it's something that isn't here for you yet. Again, as you release yourself from the chains of having to do all the time, there's nothing you need to do to bring anything to pass. You attract it by being that, okay? That's the law of attraction. What are the signs for group number 3, Spirit? The sun. Wow, so much lovely energy here, you guys. The sun. So for some of you, you will see a rebirth in this connection. And oh my God, and a number 11 card on the bottom. So it's funny because was this the pile that started at 11? No, I don't think so. It started at 11:22. But what I'm getting with this, you got a yes. So remember we said ask a yes or no question. We got yes. Sun can indicate Leo season for me, particularly August. I'm an August Leo. I feel like August is going to be a really good time for our divine connections. It's going to be sunnier times. We're going to see us like coming out of like energy that wasn't fun, but that was meant to bring forth balance within these connections. And again, like that new cycle of love that's being reborn here. For others of you, there will be some compromise involved. Okay, remember that there's two of you, and how you're going to manifest that third energy out in the world. Like, you guys have to compromise. Okay, you have to compromise. Okay, well, you know, for example, like with me, like I was saying about the solar, not the solar, what am I saying? Yes, solar plexus, because the sun does have to do with the solar plexus. But I lost my train of thought, you guys. Thank you. Thank you for calling me amazing. Leo rising. Hey, team Leo. I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart too, which is why I'm meant to do this work. And why that death and rebirth energy comes out so much. So yeah, so this is a yes card. It'll come to me. This is a yes card. Oh, about the compromise. So maybe there's things that you guys need to compromise to really make this union like last, or make this union like a life partnership. That's what I was thinking of. And you know, because you love this person and because they bring out the best in you, you know, you both are going to try to come to a place where that third energy, your union can exist. Okay? Yes. That third energy is very important. That's how you can clear that third energy in meditation as well, as long as you ask for the permission of your higher selves, okay? Because you don't want to do anything like and create karma, right? So again, the sun card says yes. 31. What's funny is 1331 is that death and rebirth energy as well. And look at what pile it was clarifying. Rebirth right there. Number 31 card. Same thing. Same energy. I love when spirit does that. So for some of you, flowers is a sign, the sun is a sign, the sign of Leo is a sign. It says yes, energy, power, climax, fulfilled, pride, radiance, success, vigor, divine masculine. Look at that. I didn't even see that. Divine masculine. Victory, happy, warm, and daytime. Okay, so I got chills, you guys. I got chills. Definitely the divine masculine energy that we're talking about here, whether it's within you or within your partner, is definitely experiencing a rebirth, okay? Definitely with the yes card, and it's happier times ahead. So beautiful, you guys. Love that. So bottom of the deck, we have this 11 card. Love it. And it says, oh, it's Pluto. Duh. We're talking about Scorpio, that Scorpio energy. So it says total transformation, you guys. Wow, chills literally everywhere. Heed the call, renewal, surrender, awakening, rebirth, clean slate. Clean slate. I love that. Fundamental changes, clearing, and purging. And it represents the Judgment card. Perfect. Literally perfect, spirit. Angels may be a sign for some of you here. Again, Scorpio may be a sign for some of you. There's this sense of a clean slate, whether this is your divine masculine energy within, like regarding how you do things in the world, how you view your experience and your process. For others of you, this is a clean slate and a connection. It's a deeper understanding through your awakening and acceptance of the fact that this is a second energy, and then this is a third energy that you're creating. Ooh, and it's the beginning of something new for you guys. Okay? For others of you, this is about work, and that's transforming how you view your own energy, what you want to be pouring into, where you're pouring from. Remember, I mentioned that when I do light work, I don't feel exhausted. I don't feel, ooh, beautiful. I love it. I said Scorpio a few times, and I have a Scorpio candle lit, okay, for Pluto. I have a lot of Scorpionic energy, so I totally resonate with that energy a lot, just like Leo. So, again, this is an awakening process. So if we're talking about relationships here, guys, remember that the twin flame connection, the divine counterpart connection, doesn't matter what label you put on it, is part of your awakening process, is a speedy ascension path. It's only awakening you to your divine energy within. Okay, and any separation you feel from someone is separation within and with source. So it's this need to reconnect, okay? Let me see if I can pull just one. Oh, and you guys slow down too. So sometimes you just gotta slow down, you guys. Give your body some rest. Your body's asking for rest, okay? Especially because your mind will go like a mile a minute. Okay, well, If you've reconnected with a counterpart here, and this is what you came in here to look for, I feel like the main message here is one of transformation, one of purging and clearing, one of change, okay? Because when we go through the death and rebirth process like a butterfly, you start a caterpillar, but you end a butterfly with wings. So there's a painful process there. And, you know, not as, yeah, I mean, there's a process of going where it goes dark. You know, where you don't know what's going on. And that's where you're awakened. That's where you find the light, right? In that moment of not knowing. What's the difference between a twin and a counterpart? It's just a label. It's just a label, you guys. Some people resonate with the twin flame journey because that's what they, you know, that's how they were awakened. Yes, very special. Twin flames is just an energetic connection. Usually comes with a lot of past lives, a lot of past karma. This person reflects to you your own inner wounds and blockages, and you know, through that you're awakened. That's what the twin flame journey is about. But once you start associating with the experience because you've already gone through it, then you release the labels. You release the labels and you just accept that divine counterpart is what you want, that this is the life partner, the one that is the one that's going to align to this higher vibrational version of you. It's just different labels for the same concepts, okay? For me, the twin flame journey is an experience more so than it is putting a label on relationships and people, okay? If you want to know more about that, I have a live that I did. Please go back and watch it. It's really good. It says being the lighthouse. It has a lighthouse as a freeze frame. And I had this filter with the lashes. It was very distracting, but if you just listen to it, it's an hour long, but it's good, and it's got an energy reading at the end. It says being the lighthouse, giving form to the formless. If you go back and watch that, and I'll share it in my stories just because I mention it here, you'll see, I explained it a little bit better there. It's really not something that is easily explained or understood because, again, you're trying to give form to the formless. It's like giving you an explanation of what source is, of what God is. You know what I mean? Like, you can try to put it into words, but it's bigger than words. It's bigger than form. It's infinite. It can mean so many things for different people. So again, I don't want to like keep us in a small box. I'm here about expansion. So I love it. I will. I'll share it. It was alive. It has the lighthouse. If you go on my page, you'll see it. Let me just finish up here. So group number 2, pile number 2, we went way longer than group number 1. Oh my goodness, man. Oh man, we're talking about a man here. Says you or the querent, a person you know, boyfriend, fiance, spouse, love interest, masculine energy. Yeah, we've literally been talking about masculine energy, and this is the Ace of Cups, Ace of Hearts. So I love that. Ooh, if any of you guys asked, this is gonna be the last card from this pile. If any of you guys, it's raining, man. Hallelujah. No. Dude, I'm seriously the type of girl that one is enough, okay? Wow, you guys, before I close out on pile number 2, the elephant. So maybe you asked about the elephant. Remember that I said that this whole pile was about the death and rebirth process? Look, 13, 31, literally all the way through we've been getting this message. It says gentle, lucid dreams, have your wits about you, powerful, wise, trust, telepathy, supportive, obstacles removed. Yes, and this reminds me, ooh, and fish. So maybe some of you guys are Pisces or dealing with a Pisces because the fish is very indicative here of that energy. This is also about finances, about money, income. So yes, we are talking about the masculine energy that sometimes is our work, sometimes, you know, our own masculine energy. How we put that into the world is masculine in nature. Our efforts, right? What we go towards, how we go towards things. So it says multiply, large quantity, lavish, bodies of water. So again, for some of you, there is abundance coming in. Yes, there is change. There is like the end of an old thing, the beginning of a new thing. But there's also like abundance and obstacles being removed and the energy of Lord Ganesh. And for some of you, you are dreaming with your person as well, or they're dreaming with you. And maybe this is where they're gaining this understanding and this insight. But again, obstacles are being removed. You're awakening. Things are this pile. You're going through a total transformation. Okay, and it's gonna mean abundance of love, abundance of income, abundance of really yummy things. Okay, so you guys, I hope that this resonated. I'm so glad that the sign spoke to you. See, when we set that intention of showing us the sign, Spirit answers. That's another way to tap into your intuition. So I hope you guys learned something from today. And you go and watch, if you have any twin flame questions, you go back and watch my video on giving form to the formless. And again, that these messages spoke to you. Thank you all for connecting, for bringing your energy here, for receiving it with love, sending that love right back to you. I hope you can feel it, because I can certainly feel it. And I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day. Okay, you guys, take care.